Hi, I am Dr. Rehan Zafar. In this video, I will present the triangulated heat maps and the explanation of the code. These heat maps can be built using the Matplotlib package in Python, so grab a cup of coffee and enjoy. Here you can see two tables, table 1 and oh, please do not do that. You was shy during the editing as well. Please come and see the audience. Yes, nice boy. Okay, table 2. These tables are representing the similar property of 5 different things, but with different values. So suppose properties in table 1 are being recorded in mountains and properties of these 5 things recorded in some dry desert. Likewise, we see several other properties in 2 conditions. Then we can make a heat map of these individual tables. But what if we are interested in showing the values as heat map in one figure? For this, we can use the triangulation way. What was the next?
You do not have any assistants.
Oh, yes, I know. Then I can carry on. Okay, let's take another example. Here in these tables, we are interested in making correlations of these properties individually. Let's make them. Now you again get interested in making heat maps for this, so then you can. I am not saying you cannot, but the catch is making them by triangulation. Okay, let's take these heat maps and separate one piece from the exact same position for both of these. Now make a lower triangle with same color and upper triangle with the respective color. Join these. That's all. By this way, you can combine two properties in one piece. If you look at the coordinates of the vertices, then you can count them like this. This means between these two triangles, number 1 and 2 vertices are common, whereas 0 and 3 are different. Please keep these pointing technology, remember, for the next chapters. Yes. We have done this with one piece. What about the complete heat map? So in this video, we will import two datasets, those smaller ones for your understanding. Check some properties, calculate points for triangles, triangulate these, and then we will make the heat map. I'm using WSL2 with Ubuntu. Let me make the fonts a little bigger. Actually, I will open Jupyter Lab with the code, so please enjoy the music in this moment. Okay, I am back after taking coffee. Really? After installation, I import these libraries and run this. Sheet 1 contains dummy data for table 1 and sheet 2 contains dummy data for table 2. Let's display these files. So sheet 1 is composed of two properties A and B and their values for two objects smaller a and b. Similarly, sheet 2 is of the same variables but with different values. As we are using pandas to read the CSV files, PD stands for pandas. Here these are together. Importing large datasets is possible, but it is not recommended to play with more than 30 properties at the same time, since the figure becomes difficult to read in this case. Here we are checking the number of columns and rows for both datasets in first two rows, and then names of columns and rows in last two rows of the code. Let's save some information. How many columns and how many rows are there? What are the names of the columns and rows? Later we will need this information for making triangles, triangulation and plotting. These represents the one-liner code for looping at quantifying the number of vertices for making the triangles for both of the datasets. Suppose you can generate the heat maps differently as we discussed, but we want to make triangles for these datasets. Triangles for one dataset should be low one and for other one will be on the top. So number the vertices of these rectangles in such a way that later triangulation can make triangles on this data. Okay, let's proceed. Now we know that we have two columns and two rows for which we want to make heat map. However, this grid will be composed of grid points for both for x and y axis. So in the code, we are arranging the values of x by using value of m, which will become 0 to 2. Similar is the case for y. Now we address these points by meshing them together and get the values of x and y axis for each point in the grid. If you see the values from xs.revel and ys.revel, then you can see there is a pattern of x and y values in these values for these points. So let's plot them one by one. Now we have the grid points in the form of xs and ys. These points along with the triangles for both datasets will be fed to the triangulation function provided by Matplotlib. Here you can see that these points are grid points and triangles. One more thing which we should take care of is that the points for triangulation should not be duplicated, but collinear points to divide a grid into a triangle are required. So after running this code, we can see that triang1 is a Matplotlib triangulation object. I am showing here only for triang1 and you can see these for triang2 as well. Okay, so how you get the vertices which it has taken by this code? The order of these vertices are required to make triangles, like 0, 1, 3 vertices are making first triangle and 1 to 4 are making next one, and so on. One more thing here is that the triangles are formed by using the vertices in anti-clockwise manner. Now lines are required to be drawn between these points. Here you can see the set of points used by Matplotlib for plotting lines between these. We can set these edges into other variables for later use. Now I am printing the values of edges 1. Let's print the triang1.x and triang1.y values as well. If I want to extract x position of first point of edge 1, then this code will work. Whereas the last value of the line of edge will be calculated like this. If we plot, then we can see the lower triangle are plotted. Now if we want to print their points as well, then all of this code will work. Similarly is the case of upper triangles as well. If you want to try this code, then you can find its link in the description. Completely we can make like this. But one thing, these steps and integrations are not required, so get back to the original code. After triangulation, we will save the df1 and df2 variables as numpy and merge them. Later in this code, we are interested in making the triangular plots with different C-maps for each dataset. These C-maps are the color maps. These loops are for plotting the column headers, row indices and value of the cell on our plot. After adjusting some of the value, here's our complete plot. I hope you have enjoyed this video and explanation. If you think there is something missing in the explanation, please comment. Moreover, commenting, liking and subscribing the channel will be highly appreciated. With this, take care and wait for the next video. Thank you.